Hey gang, it's Bobby. So, check this out. Today, I'm doing an unboxing of a deck that I already had. This is Ciro Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams. It is a gorgeous deck. It is a deck set. The thing about this is it comes with 5 extra cards, and I'll show you what they are. When I first got the deck, I put those 5 extra cards aside until I was ready to work with them, and now I can't find them. So I replaced it. This deck can be used Thoth style, which is what I love about it. I'll show you what I mean. It is a Ciro Marchetti deck, Tarot of Dreams, deck and book set. Book by Lee Burston. Okay. Oh, I ripped it. So it's U.S. Game Systems. I really thought it was a Lo Scarabeo deck because I believe a lot of his decks are. But the thing about this deck, I'll read what it says. Tarot of Dreams presents a unique set of vivid dream images that map out a journey of deep discovery, transcending culturally specific myths. Ciro's intensely personalized approach to tarot offers readers a powerful tool for self-discovery. Tarot of Dreams invites us all to explore the web of visual and emotional associations that occur at the intersection of dreams and tarot. I love that. That's one of the reasons I bought this deck. The 78 traditional cards are supplemented with 4 palace cards that give further context to the court cards. That means not only do you have the 4 court cards, but now you have the palace in which those members of the court live, so it gives location. That's kind of cool, but I wasn't ready for the palace part, so I put them aside. And when I went to pull them out, no clue where they are. I hope I didn't toss them. It's possible. Lee Burston's insightful guidebook seamlessly weaves together psychological, astrological, and Kabbalistic elements into the story of the Fool's Journey. Tarot of Dreams also includes a special Tree of Life card. That is the 5th extra card, the Tree of Life. I love that card. That is still around somewhere. I just saw it recently. I wonder where. Anyway, let's dig into it. I hope the lighting is okay. I know with the plastic on you get glares. I don't know how it's going to affect the actual cards because they're those shiny type of cards. They're not matte. This is a gorgeous book. The book is so good. It's got all the normal stuff that comes with it, the introduction, but it goes into esoteric symbol systems in the Tarot of Dreams specifically, and that is useful. It gives suggested spreads. Let's see, I think that's pretty much it. It doesn't really differ too much from a regular book. Let's look at the Fool card. I always like to start off with the Fool. It gives a big 2-page explanation of the Fool, but the last bit you'll see here is my little pointy, the Hebrew letter, which is Aleph, meaning ox. And if you want to learn seamlessly and smoothly how to use a Thoth tarot deck, this is probably one of the best ways to do it. The only thing I don't like is some decks put Pluto and Uranus backwards, like the world will be Pluto and the Fool is Uranus, but in some decks the Fool is Pluto and the world is Uranus. So it's kind of the same thing, just slightly different. But that's a personal thing, I think. Cheers, boys and girls. I have my tea. I just got home from work. It's a fun day at the reading cards today. It really was. All right, now let's see what else is in here that I might... No, that's pretty much it. That's the only difference. Now, these spreads I haven't done, and if you want, we can try it afterwards. I got nothing else to do. So, aren't those backings beautiful? Let's take them out. See, those are all there. I've got songs running through my head right now. Have you ever had an earworm? Mine is songs from RuPaul's Drag Race right now. With Gigi Good. Gigi Good. Alright, let's do this. Now remember, these cards are representative of dreams. Okay, so they're weird looking, but they're gorgeous. So, is that center? Yeah. Now, this is the Fool. Check him out. Instead of a dog, he's got a little kitty with a butterfly. Any deck that has a butterfly at the beginning like this, I love. Another one is True Black Tarot has butterflies for the Fool. It's a little kid. Gorgeous. The Magician. Look at that. He looks very hermity. The Priestess. Darkness into darkness, the key to all mystery. Of course, the Priestess is ruled by the moon. And then you've got the Hebrew letter Gimel. The Empress is Venus in Dalet, meaning door. The door through which life comes. The Emperor, Aries, and He, meaning window. I'm in the process of learning the runic associations. I'm always so jealous when I see my friend Ramon just rattle off rune information so quickly and easily. It's awesome. I'm trying to come up to his level. So, faith instead of the Hierophant. And you could see all of the inclusive symbols here, including paganism, witchcraft right along with them. I love that. I'm not quite sure what that says. It's probably in the book, but I'll look it up later. The Lovers. Gorgeous. And Chariot. Look at that. The spire here. Oh, I was giving you the letters. So we've got Vav and Taurus for the Hierophant. Sorry, I got sidetracked by the artwork. Oh, did I lose a card? Yes. And then the Lovers. This means sword. Zayan, I think, is the word. And then the Chariot is Chet, C-H-E-T, Chet. meaning fence, and Cancer. And fence meaning gives you boundaries and borders. Strength. This symbol right here means serpent. Its name is Tet. And this is Leo. Look at that. Instead of a lion, it's a tiger, but it's still beautiful. The Hermit. I think they could have done more with this, but I'm okay with it. The Hermit is... I know what it means. It means hand, the hand of God. Yod? I think it's Yod. And then this is Virgo. Yeah, Yod, because this is one of the 4 letters that make up the name Jehovah, Yod He Vahe. I think, is that right? Gosh darn it, now I'm gonna have to look it up. Alright, the wheel, Jupiter. I just can't remember the name. I know it means hand of God, I just can't remember the name. The wheel is palm, where this is hand, this one is palm, to grasp and release. And this is Jupiter. Look at the dolphins. Justice. Now, it doesn't look like it at first, but her body is actually the scale. That's pretty wicked, right? Okay, so we've got Libra, and I can't remember what justice is. Oh, I remember what it is. Ox goad. Ox goad, kind of like a whippy thing to make the ox go. It's for spurring you on and correcting you. They try to make it sound all nice, but it's The Hanged Man is now the Hangman. Look at those tattoos. I've got a tattoo on my back that's pretty darn similar to that, down to the star in the center. I love that. The Hanged Man, Neptune, and Mem. This means water. See how it all ties together? Death. Oh, here's another one I can't remember. I'm gonna have to cheat. Let's look. It's weird because when you look at it on one deck, it makes sense. But when I'm looking at it on this deck, it's not registering. So deck is none. Fish. That's right. Dead fish. These are the fish that swim through the waters of consciousness from the Hanged Man. And then we've got Temperance, which is Sagittarius. Look at, this is definitely Iris from Greek mythology, yeah? So we've got Sagittarius, and again, I can't remember the word, but this means prop. How is it explained again? It props and supports as you mix everything together, which is where the alchemy comes in for Temperance. The Devil, look at that! He looks like a rock star. And then you got homie down here, the Fool trapped in the cage. And we've got Scorpio, or not Scorpio, Capricorn. And what's the name. It means I. I can't recall the name. This is why I have to read every day or I forget. Okay. The Tower. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the deck because it's so beautiful and you can see the lightning striking and just damaging it here. This is Mars, and this means, I think the word is pay. It means mouth, a mouth that speaks the truth and brings about destruction and change. The Star. Look at that. Another card of healing and hope. This is Aquarius. And this, I think the name is Dadi, meaning fish hook. That draws you towards spirituality. The Moon. This is Pisces. You would think the moon would be the moon, like the sun is the sun, but it's not. The moon is actually associated with the High Priestess card, remember? So this card, the moon, is associated with Pisces, another water sign. And this symbol means back of the head. I think it's Qoph. Qoph. And the sun. That is Budamus. Look at, I just see Lord Hermes here. It's probably supposed to be Apollo or Helios, but I see Hermes and everything. So we've got the sun, and is it Resh? Forehead. Judgment. These symbols, these people here just remind me of another artist's work. Doesn't this look like something in a Chris Butler deck? Love it. Alright, so the symbols for the Judgment card are Pluto. Is it... It's not teeth. Tooth. Is it tooth? I think it's tooth. Shin means tooth. Yes. I can never get the words. I practice. I'm saying them all day long. The people at work laugh at me. The World. Okay, since we've got it open, let's just double check before I open my mouth again. Yeah, I had the right meaning, but not the right word. This is Tau, meaning mark. And this one's easy to remember because when you reach the end of a journey, you mark it complete. That's what that means. So we've got Saturn. Saturn, you always remember, has a ring like the world, so that's easy to remember. And then here. So that's that. That is the Major Arcana. There are no more Hebrew associations. Now it's just standard cards. So we've got the Ace of Wands. I would love to have a wand like that. That is badass. The Two of Wands. Look at that. Which direction do you go? So this card is ruled by Aries and Mars. This is Aries in the Sun. Three of Wands. Watching his ship come in. See, there's that symbol again. That's one of the reasons I really fell in love with this deck. I was like, he made it for me. Four of Wands. The Five of Wands. Now I know that this looks like a nightmare, but 5 men all going at it like that is very attractive. The Six of Wands. Look at that, Leo in Jupiter. The Seven of Wands. Leo and Mars. Now we're into the Sagittarius cards, the mutable signs. So we've got the Eight of Wands, which is Sagittarius and Mercury. So we've got the Nine of Wands, Sagittarius and the Moon. The Ten of Wands, the Oppression card. Look at that. As beautiful as it is, it's still a lot for this boy to carry. So we've got Sagittarius, Saturn, and we've got, what do we got here? Oh, I should probably show you the Page of Wands. I thought this was the Palace card at first, because I saw the P. The Knight of Wands. These don't have astrological symbols, it's just straight fire. The Queen of Wands. Isn't she pretty? And the King of Wands. This card is, when I see beards like that, it reminds me of Mesopotamia, that time period and stuff like that. This is a Palace card, the Palace of Wands. I'll let you take it in for a second. Get the little dragons, the spires, the wands, and a little people. Is that like a poppy to you? It's the flower of Leo. Okay, so now we're into the cups. Let's remove these. The Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Look at their necks make a heart. And now, this is straight water on the aces. Now we've got Venus and Cancer. Cancer is a cardinal water sign. The first three cards are going to be Cancer. Cancer and Mercury with the Three of Cups. And Cancer and the Moon with the Four of Cups. When I was a nail tech, my office was decorated like that. Loved it. Mardi Gras style. Now we've got the fixed water signs, which is Scorpio. So we've got Scorpio and Mars with the Five of Cups. The card of... Look at these two. He's facing one way, she's facing the other. I just noticed that. That's really cool. And then we've got a Scorpio and the Sun with the Six of Cups. And Scorpio and Venus for the Seven of Cups. The cup of choices, possibilities, or as my friend Ken calls it, the eeny, meeny, miny, mo card. Which makes sense. And now I can't unsee that. Okay. Now we've got the Eight of Cups, which is mutable water, which is Pisces. So now we've got this beautiful, look at, it's like a chessboard with all the goblets And then he's walking up. What kind of mind comes up with this? That he's just so talented. All right, tell me if he reminds me of A Christmas Carol. They had the spirit of Christmas present. Come in and know me better, man. That's what he looks like to me. So that's Pisces and Jupiter. We got Pisces and Mars for the Ten of Cups. They're facing towards us this time. And they got Rover. And the Page. The big old cornucopia hat. What the hell is that? I hope she's happy with it. The Knight of Cups. Look at that. That's stunning. Look how the tail swirls down into a spiral. The Queen. Regal as a mofo. The King. I remember the next card. You're going to like it. The Underwater Palace. The Palace of Cups. Look at that. Doesn't that look like... did you see the Marvel movie Namor? The Underwater City. That's what that looks like. Gorgeous. Now, we're into the Swords, which is the element of air. Look at her body as the sword, and her arms, the pommel, or what is that called? The hilt? Yeah, that's the pommel. So, Two of Swords, we are now into cardinal air with Libra and the Moon. In case you didn't know, the planets run concurrent in cycles of 7. So after it hits the 7th, it starts over, and it goes that way all through the Major Arcana until you get to Pisces, the end. Because Pisces and Aries connect, so you're going to have Mars and Mars instead of the Mars and Sun. Check it out, it's really cool. It's also a lot of math. That's why I didn't want to do astrology. It just seems like a lot of mental arithmetic, but it's not actually that bad when you look at it from a tarot perspective. So we've got Libra and Saturn. We've got Libra and Jupiter for the Four of Swords. Look at that. I like that his war helmet is to the side and he's laying on the sword. It's time for reflection. Okay. Fixed air Aquarius. 5, 6, 7 are going to be fixed air signs. So we've got a beautiful 5 of Swords. Look at his knuckles with the zodiac tattoos. And then we've got Aquarius, which has the water symbol, but it's actually an air sign. And the moon. I mean the moon. Venus! I saw the round. It's been a long day. So now we've got Aquarius and Mercury, the 6 of Swords. I like this one because there's no people in it. It's just the driver of the boat piloting himself. unless you count this, which is probably alive in these decks. Now the Seven of Swords is just sexy as hell. Look at that. I love a good cat burglar wearing a good cat suit. That's probably one of the best representations of the Seven of Swords I've ever seen, to tell you the truth. It's right up there with the Tower card for me. This whole deck is gorgeous. I forgot how beautiful it was. I haven't picked it up in about a year because I was so disgusted I lost those cards or threw them away or whatever I did with them. So now we've got Aquarius and the Moon. If I stay too long on the cards, just yell at me. So now we're into mutable air, which is Gemini. And remember, we go back over to Jupiter, the Eight of Swords. Instead of being on a beach. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to be. Is she floating in water or what? Because they seem to be piercing her. Okay, Gemini and Mars, the Nine of Swords. When you start to add in the zodiac and the planetary influences, you could see that how it goes. The Nine of Swords is a card of mental trauma and aggression. Look at that. Poltergeist tree hand. And the Ten of Swords. If they weren't so naturally traumatic, these last three numbers, 8, 9, 10, well, they are traumatic cards, but these representations are just beautiful. So we've got Gemini and the Sun. And I always point out that even though the trauma and the mental anguish going on here, the pain will end soon, because the Sun, whenever it shows up, trumps whatever's next to it, remember. Now the Page of Swords. I'm not really crazy about this card, and I think it's because I'm a retired hairstylist. I just don't like her fro. But then again, she didn't ask my opinion, so meh. So the Knight of Swords. Look at that! I love a good Pegasus pony. The Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords, I like to tell people, is the baddest bitch in the deck. She looks gentle there, doesn't she? She's not. Don't mess with the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords. He who speaks with logic at all times. I call this the Sheldon Cooper card. The Palace of Swords. The palace in the sky. Look at the spires rising above the clouds. Now, we are into pentacles. I love pentacles, or in this deck, coins, which is the element of earth, yeah? Okay. Hercules, Hercules. Now, since coins represent physical health also, it stands to reason that he would be buff. The Two of Coins is cardinal earth, Capricorn. So now we've got Capricorn and Jupiter. Finances are about to grow. Security is about to grow. But there's an aspect of juggling that might happen. Capricorn and Mars. Look at that. 3 coins. There's only him in this and not the traditional 3 people. But I think we all know what it means. The 4 of coins, the miser card. I like it when I see this guy sitting down, because one of the things I tell people is he's got airs about him. He thinks he's royalty. The only ones seated and facing you on the deck are royalty cards. He's a prosperous merchant, as is told by the fact that he's a pudgy man in the deck. Everybody else is pretty fit, but he's pudgy, meaning he has what he needs at all times. Abundance. He can pig out if he wants. The sun says happiness with your money. And then it shifts. Taurus and Mercury. Now, one of the things about this card, you say, well, how does Mercury fit in there? She's walking past the church. In this card, it's her and a baby instead of her and another person. The lights are on in the church. Help is available. All she has to do is ask for it. She has to make it known. She has to communicate her need. That's where Mercury comes in. And then we've got Taurus and the moon. He's 6. Now, traditionally you see him giving out coins to beggars. He's handing it out, the gold, but it's in the form of Libra, justice. He's dispensing justice. He might be doing it in a sneaky way, you never know. Oh, these are the fixed signs. Did I mention that? I might have. Fixed Earth, Taurus, and Saturn for the 7 of coins. Now, in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it's this gentleman leaning on his hoe, staring at his garden. And the idea is, did he wait too long to harvest? I'm not sure I would get that automatically by looking at this picture, but I'm okay with it. One of the things I like to say about this card, because of the Saturn aspect, is that Saturn not only restricts, but on the Tree of Life, Saturn is associated with Binah, the mother part. So it's where things are birthed. Contemplation on how to proceed and how to bring something into existence. The 8 of coins, Virgo, and the sun. We are now into mutable earth. Virgo. What is he doing? Is he fixing a coffee machine? Oh, speaking of, I've got tea. Cheers. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, the 8 of coins, the card of mastery. He's definitely mastering his craft, yeah? Now the sun says he's happy doing it. Virgo says this is how he makes his living. So this man is happy in his chosen life path. He's got a peaceful expression too. It's not pained. Okay, I remember this card. Do you know who she reminds me of? Did you see a discovery of witches? What's her name? Satu? That's what she reminds me of. So we've got the Nine of Coins, the Lady of Wealth. That card definitely speaks wealth. We've got Virgo and Venus. This is all about wealth, beauty, being able to shine, having the finances to go to the salon if you need it, that type of thing. Maintenance. The 10 of Coins is Virgo and Mercury. At first I thought these were pillars. It's not. It's an archway. I would like to see the traditional figures, though. This is the legacy card. And the communication part comes in for me because we not only pass down material wealth, but we're passing down spoken things to the next generation, which is one of the reasons I do these videos. I'm not going to be here one day. And I want people to know what I liked, what I felt was important, and understanding tarot cards I feel is important, for me at least, because it helps bring clarity and definition into my life. And I love it. My husband loves it because I'm not as crazy as I used to be. His words, not mine. So now we've got the Page with her very 1920s hairstyle. So we've got Earthy. The Knight of Pentacles with the Stag. Now, they gotten around standing still by having him rear up. So he's not actually in motion, but he's all set to go. It wouldn't take much to spur him on. The Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, the mother who provides for everybody. I had a big talk with a client about this today. She's the one who takes care of her family and does it happily. But the family's not going to tell you when you're doing too much. They're going to take and take, probably, unless they're really aware of you. You need to learn where to draw your own lines and still be the provider and carer for your family. The King. This is just as difficult job as the Queen. His logic has to be in place or they'll lose their finances and what's important in the material realm. And in the material realm is the Palace of Coins. This is the Earth Palace. One of the things I like about this card is the owl. My grandma was very important to me. And I feel bad that I was spoiled, and I didn't realize it until we were adults. I was spoiled and my sister and brother were not by my grandmother. They hated her, apparently. I didn't know until a few years ago. I love that woman with all my heart. She kept her crazy away from me, and I appreciate that. So we've got the Palace of Coins. Now this could be a good thing. But these mushrooms right here, those are called Amanita muscaria, and they are poisonous. So in every good, there's some bad. This is the yin and yang factor to me. And the final card, the fifth card, which is an extra add-on to this deck, is the Tree of Life card. Now, when I said Bina, this is the card this space I was talking about. This is Keter, Chokmah, Bina, Chesed, Gevura, Tiferet, Netzach, Chad, Yesod, and Malkut, the kingdom, our world. This is us. And each one of these cards has special significance. But the pathways in between are incredibly important too. And this is like Keter to Chokmah is 0. That's the Fool's number. This is the Fool's card. So when you meditate on what this is, how to get here, all combinations therein. And it's called path working. This is the Magician down here. Now, see, I'm noticing this is out of order from what I'm used to. This is the Fool. This is supposed to be the Magician, the Empress. So I believe Kabbalah with a Q and Kabbalah with a K have slightly different methods, but the idea is the same. I think I'll stick with the way I do it better. I'm so used to it. So that is the Ciro Marchetti deck. Let's see how it shuffles. Look at that. Tell me those are not pretty cards. They're bigger than normal size. Okay. Whoop. And they're still stiff. I can't pop them back yet. You know that new card feeling? So we'll just slide them in. This has been a long video, so I'm not going to do the whole spread like we were saying. I'll just do a 3-card. Past, present, future. Okay, so we've got the 7 of Cups, indecision. That's in the past. In the present, things are starting to emerge. Hidden things, spiritual things. Remember the card of the Moon deals with what's domesticated and what's wild. Let's look at it next to the Sun card. Remember, the Sun trumps everything. It doesn't matter what's next to it. So if we start off in a difficult situation, it could be there's too many choices. It could be there's not enough choices because it's upside down. Or it could be a choice that you're not comfortable with, or choices that you're not comfortable with. Without further context, it's not really a way to narrow it down. In the present, things are starting to happen. They're starting, but it's taking a while. And that's evinced by the Sun card, which is next on our hit parade. The Sun is upside down also. And even though this is happiness coming, it's upside down. So it may take a while to get here. You may have a lot of BS to go through until you get there. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ciro Marchetti Tarot of Dreams. I hope you like it because I love this deck. I'm not sure I'll keep the Tree of Life card in there. I'm gonna leave it in there because I don't want to mess up again and regret it. But I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of the evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.